Happy Diwali friends, welcome to Mushkil Ashan. Today we are celebrating the festival of light. Let's all remember that this is the festival of light and not a festival of sound or noise. This year Diwali will be celebrated a bit differently. Every year we go out with friends or friends come to visit us. We exchange gifts, we exchange sweets, we all make a lot of fun. But this year our celebrations will be a bit toned down. We have to remember a lot of people are suffering. Many families are suffering in this pandemic. They are suffering because of their health or because of their financial issues. So first and foremost, let us all pledge that this Diwali will be celebrated as the festival of light and not as the festival of sound or noise, so that our friends who are having difficulty in breathing do not suffer more due to us. Diwali, as we know, is the celebration before which we generally clean our homes, we distribute sweets, we buy new clothes, those who are into business, open a new accounts copy. So it's all about new things in our life. It's all about starting afresh, forgetting the old mistakes, forgetting the past, and making a new beginning. These buying of clothes, sweets, furniture, or painting of your room, these all things are materialistic. If we search for the symbolic meaning in Diwali, one thing which comes to our mind is the most important and the most difficult thing to do, that clean your mind. We've all cleaned our homes, but have we all cleaned our mind? So this Diwali, when we cannot go out to meet our friends, when we cannot go out to meet our elderly parents, those who are living in different cities, it's not safe for us to travel and reach out to our friends and relatives. Let us utilize this time and contemplate regarding our thoughts. Let us all clean our mind. There are certain things, certain feelings, certain thoughts which are there in our mind, and when we think about all these, we feel sad, we feel sorrow, fear, or other negative emotions. Always in our sessions, we ask our clients in cognitive behavior therapy to write down their thoughts, specifically the negative thoughts. So the minute they identify their negative thoughts, they can understand what is it that is causing their problem. So when they identify their negative thoughts, the next step is to identify their negative emotions too. Because as you understand that if your thoughts are negative, you cannot be feeling good. You cannot have pleasant emotions. You cannot have positive emotions with negative thoughts. Can you? So whenever you are having negative thoughts, the emotions are bound to be negative. It is bound to be fear, panic, sorrow, jealousy, envy. So this Diwali, let us find out what is it that is in our mind that makes us feel negative, that makes us feel low, and let us all clean that and start afresh. Often during therapy, we come across things like which has happened in the past, and the person could have never forgiven the other person. Yesterday only during a therapy session, I was talking to this lady who told me that her aunt was very unkind and harsh. She would always tell her, what is the utility of reading? Girls are anyway going to get married and go to their husband's home and clean and wash vessels and cook. So it doesn't matter that you stand first or you do well in your studies. And she was a little girl at that time. She was in 5 or 6. And this repeated negativity would affect her a lot. She would ask her parents that, why can't you ask her to stop? But since it was a joint family, her parents asked her to ignore all of this. But she could have never ignored it, and this made her suffer because gradually she started believing in it. Gradually she started thinking about all this, and her performance decreased. And from a very good student, she became a mediocre student, and gradually she could not even appear for her exams, and she lost 2 years. In class 12, when she had taken up science for 2 years, she fainted during her papers and she could not write her papers. So you see, the thought which she had could cause so much change in her behavior, because the negative thought leads to negative emotions, which lead to negative behavior, and which prevents us from doing things which we can do or which we intend to do. At an age when she could no longer change her behavior, she had given up on everything and she had stopped trying. And then she decided to come for therapy, and she recognizes that it is these thoughts, the words that her aunt said to her, which was her undoing. But she told me, "Ma'am, I know everything, but I can't forgive her." So I told her, like, you can't forgive her, so who is getting affected by it? Is your aunt getting affected? She is leading a normal life. You are carrying the burden of her words. Till this day, from class 5 till now, when she is above 30. So these many years, you've carried the burden, and until and unless you forgive her, you will go on carrying the burden, and you won't be able to progress much in life. Because one example I always give, if you're trying to climb the stairs and instead of looking forward, you're looking backward and trying to climb the stairs, you'll definitely fall down. So I told this particular lady that if you never forgive her, you will be carrying this burden forever and you won't be able to climb those stairs ever. You'll be always stuck somewhere in between the stairs. She can understand this, but she is unable to progress. So this is the time, my friends, you see where you're stuck. Which words, which thoughts, which actions, which is over, that has happened in the past, but you cannot forget it. You are sticking in that portion. You are sticking with those words and cannot move further. It's time that you started accepting things which you can change and accepting the things which you cannot change. You can change your thought, but you cannot change the other person's actions. You cannot change the other person's words. So the moment you realize that whoever it might be your parents, it might be your friend, it might be your colleague, you might be your superior, whatever words they have told you, if those words are negative, it's best not to give too much of importance to those words. Forget it and to carry on with life. Because if you stick to those words, if you cannot progress in life, these negative words will keep on hurting you forever. So this Diwali, after all the celebrations, let's all take a pledge of identifying those thoughts which are preventing us from reaching our goals. If all of us try to do that, I'm sure you'll all be able to clean your mind rather than only clean your home. Best of luck with all of you for your endeavors. I hope this episode is useful to you. If you like the episode, do share and subscribe. Have a very safe Diwali and do clean your mind after you clean your home.